The strategy really is more survival. The weather up there is very tough conditions, windy, rainy, cold, and it's a really good golf course. Bandon Dunes is a great golf course, and so it was really more of having these guys just try to play it out, try to make pars, just get in the clubhouse. That was our goal. And really what it comes down to is what we try to do every week is we want to be in the final grouping, which means you're in the top 3 teams going into the final round, and then see how we do. I always kind of feel like once you get to the final grouping, then you're playing with the leaders, and you can see how they play, and you can watch how you're playing, and now you're in the game. My whole thing this year has been challenges, and what I really want to do is have 5 guys who want to compete, that love the action of being in contention and trying to compete. So what I do is usually in practices, I will present a challenge within the team, and they challenge against each other. And we have different consequences if you lose, and I try to make it big enough where there's a little pressure on them, so they can feel pressure. And that's what's hard about golf, is that it's hard to recreate pressure when you're just practicing, but that's part of my job. So, well, first of all, I look at our 2 seniors, Kevin Lim, who's really played well, and every tournament he's played well in, and Kevin Roy, who's the other senior, and both those guys have really stepped up. And when I first came here, and those 2 seniors who have been through 3 coaches already, myself being the 3rd coach, they've been in 4 years. I wanted them to have a special year, and both those, I gave them a lot of responsibilities, but on top of that, I expect them to play well, and they've come through. So I've been very happy with those 2. Xander Schiffelet, he's been also another kid as a freshman who's played really, really well for us. He's the type of kid that can go very, very low, and once he gets going, he can shoot some low scores. And after that, we have a couple juniors that haven't played as well as I know they can, and they're in the lineup this week, and hopefully they'll have a good week. Our first goal was, when I first met them, was that we need to get to regionals. If we can get to regionals, then we're competing right at even with everyone else. We're starting a whole new tournament against everyone else, and then hopefully from regionals we can get to nationals. And so that's been, and again, I've had 2 goals with these guys. As far as a short-term goal has been get to the final grouping in each tournament, and as our long-term goal was to get to regionals and then see what happens. So success would be, I think these guys are kind of changing their goals around a little bit, where I think now they think they can get the nationals. So if we can keep playing well, and like I said, if we can get the regionals and they're playing well, and I think it'll be a great year for us.